Hi everyone, Ken Mason from Whispering Souls. So tonight is another message from a past loved one. So this time I have, and remember before I start that the images that I get don't necessarily get are the time that they pass away. They are just the time that they're showing me, and perhaps the time perhaps people would recognize them the most. So the first message I'm getting from a lady who shows herself kind of thin, and it's probably showing her in the 60s or 70s, and she's always been thin. And I see her hands being very well, working, like she's worked with her hands all the time. Perhaps, the kind of fingers you would get if somebody was doing, knitting or whatnot, where the fingers are always being used. The message I get from her was that she had a few kids, but her life with her husband wasn't all that great. And she says she suffered a bit of depression and whatnot because of what was going on with her husband, who is an alcoholic. She also says that she was really relieved when he passed away. Though she did suffer from diabetes. And she often went into sugar stuff to alleviate her depression and whatnot. She also shows me that at her death that she is missing two toes due to diabetes. Those that had to be removed because she didn't pay enough attention. And part of her passing was blood issues from diabetes and other issues. So her message is that she's showing, she's just showing that she wants to tell all her family that she's very happy where she is now. She's freed from all the stress that she's had from the time she was born to the time that she passed. And certainly wants to tell her kids that she was so sorry that she did not be as great as a mother as they expected her to be or needed her to be. But she did her best, and now that she's passed on and she sees has pure love, she's now back to give them what they can receive, though they may not receive it simply because they're not seeing it. She also says that there was two kids that she had miscarriage that are with her, and she's extremely happy that she met them because she was always grieving them. But in the end, she says, that even if you have miscarriages, they always are around anyways. They're never lost. No spirit is ever lost. They just decide what to do. And her kids decided, the ones that she had miscarriage, had followed her life, and they met her when she passed, and they're now having a wonderful time together. She has no connection to the gentleman that abused her, nor to the other gentleman who abused her when she was young. She is with other family members that are extremely loving, and she's as he says, she's gotten rid of all those emotions and what we will call PTSD. And it's, she showed herself as, when she springs her arms out, having pure light, and all the darkness that was blocking her pure light from being shone are now all gone. Unfortunately, she was not able to do that when she was alive, but now she can. She got rid of all the darkness that was pressed on her to stop her from shining throughout her life. And she wishes everybody could think about the stuff that is blocking them down and release all these darknesses so they can see things in a much greater light. So this is all I have, have for you from her. The last message I'm kind of hear from her is, life is eternal, and so are connections. So even though your connections in this life are wrong, the connections will always be together in the next life. So take care, everyone, and have a good evening. Talk to you later. Bye.